Greetings, my friends, and thanks for joining me here for the Friday pre-flight. That's right, we've got just about 90 minutes supposedly until we get to Friday night tights, and just a little after that, Friday night frolics, and then of course all the great evening entertainment you can now find on all of the Fellowship channels. I have to say I had a lot of fun hanging out over on Midnight's Edge in the morning this morning. You had hanging out with us, and that's always wonderful, of course. And then Cameron Pasha, who brought the full sage today. He is predicting the future almost every single time now, and he's got a pretty good track record. We had a great conversation. Probably going to talk about a couple of those things here today, because there'll probably be conversations throughout the weekend. And I mean, let's be honest. A lot of stuff has happened towards the end of the week that is going to be fairly important, in my opinion, at least as far as driving discussion. Let's just put it that way. But there are many of you in the chat. I just want to say hi to those of you who were early. I appreciate that very much. We have Grumpy Old Ninja Kintaro hanging out with us. Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for being here and so supportive of so many. It's much appreciated, especially in my case where I'm not really keeping pace with the subscribers that I used to draw in. I don't know what happened. I think perhaps not making regular video content is my downfall. So this week, if you've noticed, I've put out during each weekday a video, and I plan to do that going forward. I'm have several editors that are now working with me that are very talented, both YetiCast and Mr. Grant Gregory. There's another one out there that I'm going to actually ask to do some work. We've had discussions about it before, so that'll help me start to generate more material throughout the week, which is a good thing. And you know what? As much as YouTube's trying to lean into the live streaming game, you still only get growth out of doing videos. So I'm going to make videos. Hopefully you guys are enjoying them. If you didn't see all 5 videos this week, please check them out. The Saints Row one that was released today, that was Mr. Grant Gregory all the way with the editing, and it was beautiful. We've got Terry Rose hanging out here. His German friends' PS4 content is blocked in Germany due to no proof of age settings, apparently for all gamers over there. That's crazy, Terry Rose, and terrible. Terrible indeed. There's a lot of confiscatory government regulation coming in from various different nations. They are going to try to create some very uncomfortable situations for people until we stand up, guys. You have to stand up to tyranny. That's all I have to say. So Fat Steven had to dump out a lot of groups because the ghost hunting stream last night was TOT content that would demonetize him. That's insane. I did not know that. Wow, that's interesting too. All right, what's up, HVP? Good to see you, my friend. Hey, Zach, my heart's with you, brother. Love you. Lord Thoth is here, one of my faithful wrenches, a great community wrench and a good friend from the Great White North. Yehozer Hay, right? Love that. Appreciate you, my friend. I really do. Dave Myers is hanging out with us. It's good to see you, Dave. Just realized the stream only happens on Fridays. Yeah, it is. It's a pre-flights only on Fridays. Again, we're going to try to predict the future. It's not going to be that hard. Most of these stories are going to be things that are going to drive conversation for a while. I got Chris Mead here, who came up with a brilliant idea. I got your email. I will continue to follow up with you. I think it's a good one. I do. Drinking loads of hot chocolate today. I bet you are, accidental tourist. Good for you, my friend. I love how you just keep updating your avatar with you taking a drink. I can't wait to meet all of you folks in person. Again, looks like it's still trying to make things happen end of January for the Florida trip. Things keep coming up every time we try to get down there to look at some real estate. But hopefully it still continues to move forward as planned. We've got Trinoculus P hanging out with us. We've got, of course, Louvrian Imakara with her fruity umbrella drinks, TM for all. Thank you for that. Glad you brought the beverages. We've got the lovely Sherry with another update to her amazing Avatar collection. It's good to see you. Let's see who else is here. We've got Liger Fan hanging out with us. We've got who else is here? Man, a lot of folks. Kip. That's Livy Sherry. It's Kip. What's up, Kip? The producer over at Mad Barber Entertainment. There's actually another executive technology officer or something, that moved me down the scale there over at Mad Barber Entertainment. Moves me down the pecking order, I should say. And it's, I guess, Mr. Grant Gregory's going to be working over there as well. So cool news. Dragon Master 360 is enjoying the music as we enter into the stream. Mutant Bamhammer says, hey, what's up, YouTube? Gonna tell me when that person I'm subscribed to goes live, right? Yeah, good luck with that. Notifications been hit and miss lately. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but I'm like on top of my notes, and I don't get them anymore. So I just wait for the streams to start now. And when I start to hear the thing play, I flip over to the proper tab. Tina Bojan is here. It's great to see you, love. We've got so many other folks hanging out here as well. Let's see. Ruben Christopher Haynes. Good to see you, my friend. I'm glad your move went swimmingly. I'm making an assumption, of course. Hope you're doing very well. And hopefully I get to see you if we can make it out there end of the month as planned. I will let everyone know. Philip Demick is hanging out with us. Good to see you. We've got the other amazing Wrench. Just another red shirt, says hail all. Good to see you, Mr. Shirt. And let's see who else. I love saying hi to everybody, but it does take some time. Soul Assassin's hanging out with us. Good to see you. Good to see you, my friend. For what it's worth, I was unable to watch streams for a few weeks due to the holidays. Now I'm trying to get back into my habits. Well, Liger fan, I appreciate your support all the time. And you know what? During the holidays, there might be some better things to focus on, like friends and family and other things like that. So seems reasonable. Let's see. We've got John Riker hanging out with us today. Good to see you, John. There's the other dude that I know, Biggles Mets. What's up, man? Good to see you. Dad Man Walking hanging out with us. Great gaming content from Dad Man and the fam. So do check out Dad Man Walking and the lovely family of gamers. It's pretty cool. I love that. I love that jam, man. Hang together, play games together. It's very cool. Rogue Disney's hanging out with us. Good to see you, buddy. I can't wait to see you. Hopefully in Florida at the end of the month. I know we have plans to hook up. We've got Mr. Dragon with us. It's great to see you, buddy. We've got who else is in the house? Mutant Bamhammer says, hey, CultureCasino. Yeah, I was checking on that. For what was on background noise while I wait for calls at work. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, no zilch. Yeah. You don't get it notes anymore. It's weird, man. I don't know what's going on with the tube, but hey, tis what it is, what it is, what it is. But wow, we got a lot of fun stuff. I guess Dragon Master's killing time before let's see, got an hour of driver's ed in before the show. Well, there you go. I hope to repeat this process moving forward. Hey, looking forward to hearing about your progress. Driving is quite the epic responsibility, but once you have the freedoms that it affords, it's well worth it. There are expenses that come along with all of that, and being able to drive, puts you in a position where you want to own a car, and then car comes with a lot of issues, which, from gas to insurance to maintenance. Most younger people forget to maintain their vehicles. Learn how to do it yourself, save a lot of money. That's all I have to say to that. Wow. All right. Well, we've gotten through everybody that's here. Let's talk about some unfortunate news that we got over the last 12 hours, right? We lost an Academy Award winning the very first Black person to win a Best Actor award or an Oscar. Sidney Poitier has passed away. He lived a good long time, but he never seemed to age as he got older, and every single role I had ever seen him in was brilliant. He is one of those generational actors, one of those generational talents. And if you want to honor this man, watch something that he put together. Guess Who's Coming to Dinner and many other things. Those are immediate classics. He was a trailblazer for sure. Activist in his own way, but I didn't hear any recent conversation from him about what was going on in our sphere. But a huge loss. And of course, they go through his career in pictures, right? You've got so many different things there. He passed away at the age of 94. You have a 60-year resume of films. In the Heat of the Night, he was in that and its sequel, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, of course, which was Spencer Tracy's last film. And Defiant Ones, which I thought was excellent. Get a chance if you can to go back and watch through this. He was somebody who made films as well. He was a very, very serious actor and very good comedically. He was in Uptown Saturday Night, Let's Do It Again, A Piece of the Action. He directed those as well, and the performance that he gave, in many of these other films is incredible. But he was the stir crazy. If you get a chance to watch, that's very funny. Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor are brilliant in it, but there's so much of that stuff. I mean, this man was the epitome of class, right? And nice long life, beautiful career, 94 years, but yet he's gone, and that's terrible. Um, yeah, it's a huge bummer. F in the chat for sure. Um, let's see. A Patch of Blue was the very first movie I ever saw with Sidney Poitier. It always left an impression on me. Absolutely, The Lover Cherry. He had a great catalog of film. I always thought that he's one of those folks that was just underappreciated, maybe underutilized. Although he did have his day, there were golden years for him for sure. He made a ton of films. He left behind quite the legacy. I don't think a lot of people will be able to meet or elevate themselves to. Let's just put it in those terms. But anybody else have any thoughts there? What's up there, Sebastian Simonson? Yeah, the Red Skull says. Let's see. And the Book of Met and Flashback sucks. Yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll get there for sure. That's going to be one of the subjects for the day. The rebellion. That's right. Oh, wait. By the way, I guess the T-shirt's back for a limited time by Nine Line Apparel. So if you are wanting one of the T-shirts or long sleeve shirts or whatever's available right now, go check out Nine Line Apparel and get yourself a rebellion shirt. This is a first for Nine Line to bring something back for a fourth appearance in their catalog. Seems like Drunk kind of, pushes the needle with his merch sales. Very cool indeed. Hopefully I get to see him on the trip down to Florida as well. What's up, Andrew? Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, Book of Boba Nerf. Yeah, well, look, there is good with the bad. You can't say it's all bad, but there's a lot of problems with it. And I think I did a fairly fair analysis of it in yesterday's video. That almost came out today. Video game conversation almost came out yesterday, but I thought the video game video was better today, so it doesn't matter. But my thoughts about Boba Fett are what they are. So, for better or worse, I agree with Nick and Coach on their initial analysis of the show. But there are other shows that are constantly being rebooting because Hollywood lacks creativity. I'm not sure this will be something that many other people cover throughout the weekend. It'll probably get brought up a couple of times, but there's another reboot in our future, good, bad, or indifferent. The Honeymooners is going to be relaunched as a female-driven reboot at CBS with Damon Wayans as the executive producer. How do you relaunch this show? How do you do that? Why would you do that? So this is an exclusive from Deadline saying the classic blue-collar comedy title from CBS Library is plotting a return. The network is developing The Honeymooners, a reimagining of the 1950s sitcom created by and starring Jackie Gleason. It's a multi-camera project with a feminist twist. Of course it is. Of course it is. Wow. These are your people, guys. These are the folks leading it. Written by Lindsay Shockley, who's mixed-ish, which she appears on the left. Directed by Kelly Park from Country Comfort, which was not Bueno. That's the person on the right. It's described as a bold female driven reboot. Honestly, don't know what to say about this. I don't know that I can add anything to that. I have low expectations for this. It's being on CBS. They're trying to protect themselves. They're trying to force some of this agenda into their older skewing audience. Because remember, CBS is the ownership of the demographic of 45 and older. Their primetime programs appeal to, folks older than me. How do you possibly replace Jackie Gleason? Don't know. Don't know. Let's see. Yeah, well, I promise you guys, we are going to get to the Boba Fett conversation because it's going to dominate the weekend. Um, the movies Mr. Poitier starred in could not be made by major studios today. Nope. How he talked to kids in To Sir with Love was mind blowing. Absolutely. Guys, go watch these things, please. Well, I see you guys are unhappy with this reboot news. This is strong opinion from Sebastian Simons. Um, Trinakios P is not exactly excited about this either. You have the lovely Sherry saying stop the reboots. I agree with you. That's because they can't make their own stuff. This gives okay. I know most people. This is hard. This is a 2-for-1 for them. We were talking about this over on Midnight's Edge, right? That's not the point of rebooting West Side Story. Wasn't to make a shot-for-shot remake that was of quality. Maybe skewing more towards the ethical ethnical breakdown of the actual community, right? So I could see somebody trying to force that on us, but that's not what the point was. It was to destroy the thing that came first, and use an IP that people are familiar with at the same time. It's a way to demoralize everyone. That's what this stuff is. It's demoralizing because it craps all over the original. So here you are, the Honeymooners being rebooted, and it's terrible. Andrew is there, saying no. We've got. I wish I know what this was in reference to, Sebastian. Mondo Bizarro says, hail to you, my friend. Yeah, why reboot the Honeymooners? It's a classic. It is. It's incredible. Yeah, Facepalm 5000 says Dragon Master 360. This original show was so much fun. Think about all the ground it broke too, and all the comedy there, and despite the brash nature of of the show overall, and its tone is brilliant. Much like All in the Family, it was of its time and groundbreaking in its own way. And of course, burn it all down. Viac bum out. Yes, absolutely. So 2 dudes and 1 girl. I don't know what they're doing, man. I don't know. It's going to be DOA, probably. Although I thought that of the Equalizer too, and somehow that's artificially being supported by somebody, at least in the viewership. I can't believe why. Queen Latifah. One of these days, Ralph, pow, to the moon. There you go. To the moon. There you go. I'm just going to watch anime, says Rogue Disney. A lot of people are moving that direction for sure. Bold, female driven, so bad. Then, well, not always. See, let's look at it this way. You can make something female driven. There have been great projects like that. Protege being one of them, right? The film that just came out that almost nobody saw that you really should have. There's a lot of great female driven projects. Sarah Bullock did brilliant stuff early on in her career. Most of that was female driven, right? After Speed, she had a bunch of films that she drove the bus on. Get it? But I don't know. I mean, my assumption is based on the people involved in it that it's going to be heavily weighted with a lot of agenda bologna sausage, right? Lots of boxes checked. Just why remake this? Seriously. Dragon Master's like, no need to read anymore. Well, there you go. What's up, Salty Texas C? Yeah, you jumped into here. Bold female reboot. Absolutely, my friends. Yeah, not the best way to go about things. What is up, Xenomorph? If you caught up, good for you. Guys, please swat the Russian bot. Thanks for that. Oh, also a reminder, you can change your chat to live chat and see everybody's commentary, which I would recommend doing. Let's see. Yeah, the original was brilliant. Yeah, you'd come home. You imagine coming home from school and putting on the original series and rerun syndication and just loving it every moment of it, right? And in households, my grandparents watched this stuff. I mean, this stuff was like the late night TV sometimes. It was really good. Reboot, says Trots. I wish someone would boot these talentless dullards from entertainment. Me too. We have a bunch of talented people in independent media. Why not anybody? Now? It's because they're putting these kids, with the maturity level of a grapefruit in charge of a lot of this stuff. And there are younger people that are more than qualified to do these gigs, but chances are they're out making the world better in a different way. Inventing that new amazing app that we're all going to be using tomorrow. They're not diving into entertainment. Entertainment doesn't have a lot of appeal anymore unless it's a video game. It's a shame. The Flintstones should have been the only reboot, in my opinion. It was pretty good. Yeah, and there are a lot more bots lately, Rogue Disney. I don't want to talk about Book of Crap. I shall, however, listen to you do it. Well, thank you, Pickles. Love you, man. Bosco Scenario. What's up, Gaskar? Great hanging out with you last night. Rob Altus is joining us. And didn't they already do a Black Honeymooners? I think so, Super Family. I think so, Super Family. I'm not sure. Sounds like something that, is itching, scratching at the back of my memory. Quite possibly, but I'm not certain. 27 years old. Okay. I have seen some of the Honeymooners with my grandparents. It was good. Not my cup of vodka. No, I mean, it doesn't have to be, but absolutely. I really did enjoy it. Yeah, I really did. They did that. They already did that. See, Rob Altus is like, so maybe it was there. It's like I said, it's scratching at the back of my brain. The only thing will be no smoking on set. Yeah, that's kind of weird, right? That show had a ton of it. A lot of it. Yeah, I figured that's what it was. You can't just reboot talent like Jackie. You can't. First of all, Jackie Gleason he was a giant among other entertainers at the time. Literally, just one of the epic, amazing humans in the business at the time, and well respected widely. His characters never really aligned with who he was or was represented as. He's one of those stars that, despite very careful cultivation by the studio system, he still found a way to get his real personality out there in public at a time when that was really just governed by studios. Mondo Bizarro, thanks for joining as a Rewards Club member. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. Thank you very much indeed. Yeah, without the Honeymooners, there would be no Flintstones. 1,000,000%. Rob Altus thinks it'll fail gloriously. I agree. Ratings numbers are more fake than the erections, says Marby Dog, and I'm not sure I can argue with that statement at all. It's because people like Queen Latifah, no matter how bad the show is. That's true. I mean, I like her. I think she's incredible. I really do. She's one of those just talented people at almost everything she does. She does have acting chops. It's just this was not the vehicle for her, the Equalizer. If you guys get a chance to not watch that once. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for doing that, Xenomorph. Larry ran away from us at me. Well, I had to get ready for this show, Larry, but it's good to see you, buddy. The name's so great you have to say it twice. Larry. My 70-year-old mom actually likes the Equalizer. I always give her crap about it. Well, yeah. Again, it's not my cup of tea, and it's a very poor reboot of a television show and a great movie franchise. By the by, Denzel Washington, amazing. Why not destroy the past? Well, it keeps us. If we know the past, we will never make the mistakes in the future, right? Doesn't seem to be the case right now, or at least they haven't been teaching the past very well in educational institutions for a bit. People have some warped perspectives about certain events and history. Yeah, I'm sick of them too. I really am sick of Hollywood. Yeah, don't remake the classic. Yeah, I have that opinion too, Marby Dog. Oh, what's up, Snortapoopus? Good to see you, buddy. I'm about to be on Floral's interview show here. I think it's a double header that day between me and Script. I think that's on the 12th. Remind me of that, Floral. No phony movers for me, says E. Clay Thomason. There you go. Good looking out. We've got a Dega Outlaw hanging out. I haven't seen you in a minute, buddy. Hope things are going well, my friend. Executive producer Sol Leibowitz says the one movie that needs to be remade is Lawrence of Arabia. T. Lawrence was gay, and this is never mentioned in the original film. I wonder why. I don't know that it even matters. But that is a classic everybody should see. Not sure I'd remake it, though. I mean, if you want to see a remake of it, just watch episode 2 of Book of Boba Fett. There you go. Yes, there was a Black Honeymooners. Yeah. Oh, it did fail. Okay, well, there you go. Thank you for that. All right. Snorter Poops Keeper, I've another scheme to score. Another free-ish lunch. Merry Maids, they show up right at your door. Well, there you go. Larry. Who else is chatting? Anybody else got anything good? Oh, here it is. Yeah, on the 12th at 1:30 p.m. That is Eastern Standard Time, and 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for Script Doctor. So there you go. And that is on the 12th. The movie wasn't about him being gay. Well, that's also true. You know what you don't have to do? Tell us every single detail and pronoun about somebody. Just tell a good story. If you want people to put headcanon into things, you absolutely can. What is going on, Echo Base Network? I watched your Boba F video review and loved it. Well, thank you, my friend. You guys did a spectacular job, and Coach was fun. I don't even know what you call that, a rebuttal. I don't know. No, I love what you guys do. You know that. EBN always here for you. Well, thanks. You guys are the best. I love you. I'm glad Nick is doing good. So I really am. Some films and shows should never be remade. I agree with you. Why not make new stuff? It's really easy. I think more than a few times on this show, we've written, between the chat and myself, we've fleshed out, something that would be a great story, right? It's not that hard. I mean, heck, on Midnight's Edge in the Morning, just a couple of hours ago, we were talking about Music of the Lambs, right? A Silence of the Lambs musical. I mean, come on. And Tom's not wrong. That thing writes itself. Would be that really, really easy to do. Yeah. Let's see. Honestly, I can see a As Good as It Gets reboot soon. Why? Why would you do that? It's a great film. What do you make Nicholson a lesbian? I mean, come on. The Bork of Boogerfed. God, no kidding. What's up, Tim? Tim is going to have a different opinion on Book of Boba Fett, I bet. I bet you he's pro book. But it's good to see you, Tim. Guys, support Tim's Talk, and everything he does, he's everywhere. Tim's Talk on TikTok. I mean, dude's everywhere. Check him out. Plus, he's getting yoked, man. Dude's put in some work. He's like, taking care of the iron ladies. So there you go. Anyway, what do we got out there? Shinkai Atsuya says some things are better left dead than remade. Have we learned nothing from Pet Cemetery? Yeah. Music of the Lambs had me laughing. Add musical combat. Yeah, that would be great instead of Mortal Kombat. And you got something worth watching. Absolutely. Oh, you guys are the best. Oh, I love the brilliance of the audience. It's incredible. OG Honeymooners was one season of episodes from 1955, 1956. Then was a segment in later Jackie Gleason shows. Yep. What a titan of entertainment. Lawrence of Arabia showed you could film a movie set in the desert in the desert without having to digitally enhance the desert. That's right, Snortopipus. Very true. Book of Booba and Feet Pics. That's an interesting title there. Should have changed the lyrics to "This is filler." It's a filler fed. I don't think that was quite right. I think I missed that last note. It was a little flat. Hollywood Scholar for $4.99 says, "Hail, Culture. Hail to you, my friend." What a great channel, up and coming YouTuber here. For $4.99 says, "Had to share my love. My top videos reaching for 1,000 views. Congratulations, my friend. You deserve it. Thanks for coming on my show and drawing some eyes to my channel." Oh, hey, all you have to do is send the invite if I'm available. I tell this to everybody. If I'm available, I'm available. There's a lot less availability nowadays, but if I'm available, I'm available. I'll always try to help out. I love hanging out with everybody. It's weird. That's why I like the meetups. Nick came out to do a meetup with us in Vegas. I'm like I said, I'm going to try to organize, even with a short period of time. I'm in Florida. If it actually comes to fruition, I'm going to let as many people know as possible. I'm going to be down there so we can hook up. I'm going to check out some in March, going to be down in San Antonio. So everybody in Texas, all my buds down there, I'm going to try to hang out with. So 2 places, I'm going to be in the next 3 months. And definitely going to be at the Vegas meetup. Probably try to make my way to the Pacific Northwest when they do theirs. Definitely going to hit the East Coast, Northeast Coast, Boston area, so I can hit up with everybody there. So you get addicted once you start meeting everybody. It's addictive. Yeah, just don't expect anything out of me. I'm just me. You're not going to get a lot of different. It's me. I'm just me. So yeah. Nicholson would be a trans bowl of Fruit Loops. Okay. He identifies as a box of frogs. Excellent. That sounds like a great, as good as it gets reboot right there. Book of Breeze Feet, says the lovely Sherry. He-Man the musical sounds like something you could definitely do. Could you imagine all that, the yoked up dudes barely wearing any clothes, dancing around singing? It's like, hello. Especially if you get like Hemsworth to do it, right? Hemsworth and then Jackman. Who would Jackman be, right? Hugh Jackman, because he can sing and dance. He's great at it. Tila has the yeah. It would be interesting. Who would you get to play that character? I'm curious. Remaking in Hollywood is the prime example of entropy. Absolutely. Well said. Following most of their efforts is a work in self de-evolution. Yeah. True creators need to be celebrated once again, not silenced. I agree. Rodriguez needs to focus on Alita too. It's interesting, right? I mean, Rodriguez is getting a lot of like negative attention because of this. And I understand why. I mean, I get it, but does he truly actually deserve it? I don't know. It was the direction bad on that. Was it the story? I really feel, and I said this, and I think Paulie and I kind of connected on this the other day. I think he's in a lot of boxes, right? He's put inside of, the Star Wars box, which is now inside of the Disney box, right? Which is now inside of a political box, or actually, let's start out here. He's inside of the Disney box, inside of a political box, inside of the Star Wars box. That's what it is. So he's living inside a situation where he's boxed in by everything because they're trying to, lean into modern sensibilities and make villains the good guys, which again, I'm sorry, guys, this is a weird form of projection here where we know that you are the bad guys. The people creating this crap, they know they're the bad guys, right? But they want you to like them, right? That's the psychology behind it. I know there's a lot of people that don't agree with me, but that's what it is. We are the bad guys. We want you to like us. Yes, you're the bad guys. We don't like you. You don't like us. So F you. F in the chat for effing them. You know what I mean? Anyway. Yeah, Polly and Tom Conkle made a book of Boba Fett sound like Shakespeare. I don't get it, but I still love and respect them. Me too. E. Clay Thomason. Me too. Those are 2 people I love. I'm not sure what you're referring to, but that's cool. Oh my, says Andrew. Not sure what that was. So Magic Mike, but with He-Man. Yes, that'd be amazing. Let's do that. Um, Book of Boba Tea recipes. Yeah, a lot of people are down with that. Maybe after plague restrictions lift, I'll get to one of the meetups. I hope so, Aluvrian and Makara. I'd love to meet you. I know the boss would too. Speaking of the boss, I know she's like floating in and out of the chat. Maybe she'll make her presence known at some point. Thank you for the F's in the chat, by the way. Let's see. Larry. 1980s Arnold Schwarzenegger for LGBT. Yeah. It's just weird. You know, here it's almost like they've come upon this idea that there was never anybody that was any of these different community elements ever in entertainment, and that they weren't like outwardly even like represented in film and television products, which they were. In my youth, we were talking about this stuff, and nobody cared anymore. Nobody cared anymore. Why are you trying to oversell this with all of this bologna sausage? It's like this. It's like an argument being made that nobody's arguing with them about. And you know, if you want to be bonkers and you want us to accept you for being bonkers, okay. I mean, you want to identify as a box of rocks, that's fine. I don't care, right? It's going to be hard for you to get a job because a box of rocks is not, known for, performing a whole lot of, tasks. Just saying. What's up, Subhuman? Good to see you, brother. Hope you are being safe out there and taking care of the needs that we all have across this great nation, my friend. It's great to see you, though. Hope I get to connect with you soon. Let me know when you're down on the 10 again, when you're running routes down that way. I can hook up someplace. So many bad images today. Oh my. Yeah. Well, we keep losing greats, man. I mean, John Madden in sports, Robinson died recently from the NFL. I mean, there's a lot of people that have passed recently that, they know better. We're losing the people that know better, guys. That's bad. What's up, Philip Gaming? Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, Graham Chapman. Absolutely, Sean Landrigan. Bubba Hofett, played by Bruce Campbell. There you go. Oh, man, you guys are brilliant. Love it. Yeah, no, I'm going to drag the boss with me, dude. We'll hook it up. I'll buy you some food, man. We'll meet at a steakhouse someplace on the 10. Fame certainly was involved in that world, and then they all got AIDS. Yeah. I mean, seriously, and these are big productions with these themes in them, right? Fame, Rent, a lot of this stuff, right? Hairspray had already dealt with some of the stuff. I mean, we were making entertainment that people were eating up that didn't turn away from these ideas. And again, it was already sold. Biggles it identifies as Biggles, and that's what I call Biggles. Hi, Biggles. It's good to see you. Every time you say Larry, I start singing. Me too. Yeah. Me too. That's what I hear in my head too, E. Clay Thomason. Yeah, R.I.P. Sidney Poitier. Absolutely. Yeah. What's up with the audio? Is it bad? Bad audio. Is that true? Big and popular productions. I was gonna name I was gonna hold that name in reserve for Steven's development company, Big and Poplar Productions. Okay, that's my one Stephen Walton joke of the day. All right. If He-Man became a musical, they'd make Jack Murphy He-Man, says Floral from Under a Rock. Really? Oh, no worries. I'm not worried about it. I just want to make sure my audio is not fouled up. Moose and squirrel. Yeah, I can't do the Natasha voice. You guys are awesome. Once old bears like me die off, there won't be many people left who remember classic entertainment. I don't know, man. Look, it was mandatory when you went to film, when you were interested in film, right? That was your degree. That was your degree interest, right? I'm not going to outright say film school. I don't want to get into that conversation. That you were familiar with everything that came before, or as much of the classic information that came before. You were subjected to Buster Keaton. You were subjected to Charlie Chaplin, the silent era. You were then subjected to Citizen Kane. You were subjected to, the talents of Orson Welles and just great creators, right? You had to watch the birds. You had to see these things. South by Southwest. You were inundated with this information, and then you talked about the themes and the things that were about, that resided with them. Then you talk about why scenes are shot from a particular perspective, and why it's better to you can convey the strangest forms of emotion in a long shot, and why riding off into the sunset has an emotional hook. These conversations were real. It gave you an appreciation for what came before and what you could produce in the future, and why it was important, because these were hard lessons learned from the very beginning of cinema. And now we don't learn them anymore. Hello, my friend. It's good to see you. Isash Melody is here. Good to see you. Let's see. What's up, One Man Show? Good to see you, my friend. Lots of people dropping in. Good to see you. Yeah, Murphy would be Fisto. That's a great creative concept there. You should probably figure out a way to make that a meme. I'm glad that we're casting these amazing shows right now here live on the air. What's up, Fizz Chozo? Fizz Chozo is a comic creator out there in the universe. Check out Fizz Chozo. Let's see who else we got. There are more Netflix shows about trans bartenders than there are trans people on Earth. I don't know if that's quite true, Naked Fan, but I understand, the absurdium idea there. I do. It is a lie that is very boring, though. I agree with you there. Yeah, good to see you, Naked Fan. Yeah, we got more, though. And this is something that will be talked about tonight in various places and for various reasons. And you know what? You're going to get a lot of different narratives around it, but plain and simple, I think this is more about this particular story is more about the need to create less conflict when merging entities, and probably the realization that you really don't need to be in this business anymore to be successful. As it is right now, I mean, let's just be honest. Warner's at loggerheads with CW in various different ways, despite licensing their properties to them. Being in business with Viacom, CBS, or as Olivier Imakara names them, Viac Beaumont. That's bad deal. I mean, Disney realized this years ago when they took over all of the other elements that were involved between Hearst and the other entities that were involved in Hulu. That was strategic to figure out who was going to end up with that eventually, in order to get all of those TV products on the same platform, even though they were from different competing studios. But I digress. This is more about making sure that everything moves forward properly with Warner and with Warner Media and Discovery. So I believe, and it also gives a clean cut of the cord to both of these entities. I think Paramount's going to be isolated from the Viacom CBS thing and essentially hacked, which is why there's a lot of transferring around to different properties within various business units there. I think National Amusements is becoming an international laughing stock under Sherry Redstone. I think she's taken her father's properties and pretty much, pooed all over them. But we'll see what happens. You have to remember, National Amusements was one of the 5 biggest companies at in entertainment for a very long time. But we'll have to see where that comes from. But it's interesting that they use this particular show, which is not necessarily their most popular show. But so the end of an era, the CW network is for sale after 15 years. Well, it's been for sale for a little while. The negotiation with Nexstar has been made public, and that's because there was an outside interest, and they are trying to get a third outside interest involved in some form of, I don't know if it's bidding war, but in an earnings situation. So But in looking at that, we've got as first reported in the Wall Street Journal, Warner Media and Viacom CBS are looking to sell their joint TV venture, the CW. The network was first formed in 2006 following a merger of the CBS owned UPN networker and the Warner Brothers owned the WB. Well, that's because neither of them were necessarily generating a whole lot of interest by themselves, despite having two very popular shows, one on each. Every time a merger occurred with UPN, because I think it was UPN was something else to begin with before that, you eventually ended up with what we have now, the CW. Um, the Wall Street Journal identifies Nexstar Media Group as the most interested buyer at the moment. Nexstar is a giant in cable, owning almost 200 local channels, along with the political publication The Hill. And you can already tell where that this fits right in with them, doesn't it? With The Hill being represented there. The CW was a daring endeavor that that looked to target a younger demographic. Yep, that's all they focused on: the teenage fan fiction romance group, and high school hits like 90210 and The Vampire Diaries, which were true. The series eventually incorporated a broader slate and the rise of its Arrowverse based on the DC properties owned by Warner Media, and its Archie Comics universe started by the insane hit that is Riverdale. Well, it's not an insane hit anymore. Um, the news of the sale came as a surprise to many, as there hadn't been much press of problems at the network. Really? There hadn't? Due to the popularity of much of its programming, they're actually saying this in print. This is the lowest of the low on the on in the pecking order, and they are so far below the average viewership across the entire range of the demographic numbers. Wow, liars. And the infamous status as a fixture of teenager focused television, it felt like the CW had a comfortable status. No, but it is considered a network and not a cable product. So again, might be Nexstar is getting excited to have their hand in a network. Don't know. But there has been trouble brewing. The CW has never been a profitable venture. Ba, 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 ba. No kidding. And often had some of the lowest rated series renewed for consecutive seasons. Yeah, Batwoman. But that's not, but see, this is disingenuous. They know why the lowest rated series were renewed for consecutive seasons. They know why. It's politics, it's the agenda. Anyway. So the motivation for Warner Media and CBS to get out of the broadcast business, no, they wouldn't be out of the broadcast business. Why are you doing this? It's a lie. This is dumb. CBS is the other net. Oh, flip. I'm going to lose my stuff, guys. All right. Whew, okay. Is likely motivated by the desire to build up their own streaming platforms. Well, duh. During its 15-year run, the CW has always been one of the most accessible content channels, with free episodes and entire series available over the air on its website and on the streaming service CWC. It's also uncertain. No, this is definitely, it's not. Yeah, it is very uncertain what would happen to the licensing deals with Archie and DC sustaining much of the CW's program if the network sells. That's right. The Berlanti verse would be in jeopardy. This is an interesting perspective. And again, this is an opinion piece, I believe. This is not news. The sale of the CW would be a sorry end to give the daring venture that catered to younger audiences without looking down on them. Are you kidding me? Not only looking down on them. No, it's more like indoctrinating them. Anyway, it's interesting. I'd like to see what those of you out there in the world think. But I thought that'd be an interesting conversation indeed. Let's see. We are 50 minutes in, so we got two things left to cover. So we're doing pretty well. Let's go through your guys' thoughts. Let's see. Where was I at? Sorry, guys. Breaking. Turning Red skipping theaters, going straight to D minus. Oh boy. Really? Wow. If that's true, they really knew they screwed up. Oh my gosh. Straight from screen. You know what? I'm sorry. We will get back to the CBS conversation, or excuse me, the CW conversation in a moment. This is breaking. Thank you for that, Release the McCracken. Wowzers, Batman. Let's go take a look. Ba-ba-ba. Pixar's Turning Red going straight to Disney minus. It wasn't that long ago that Pixar was one of the crown jewels of the Disney empire. For 20 years, it was the most respected and most beloved brand in animation, turning out one modern classic after another that appealed to both kids and parents. But since the pandemic started, Disney has been pushing all of the Pixar films straight to streaming, even at times when other Disney animated films were getting theatrical releases or hybrid releases or only available on Disney minus at a premium price. That's what happened to The Magical Soul and Sweet Luca. And it's about to happen again to Pixar's latest film, Turning Red. Disney announced today that the movie will premiere exclusively on Disney minus on March 11th. Goodness gracious. Previously, the film had been expected to premiere in theaters on that same date. That is true. There has been a recent rise in the global crisis concerns thanks to Moronacron, at least of late, and that has prompted some movies to shift release dates. But Turning Red is the highest profile movie so far to skip a 2022 theatrical release entirely. Wow. Pixar's next film after Turning Red is Lightyear. That's going to get negatively received. Inspired by the character from the Toy Story franchise. We'll have to see whether it is the movie that finally returns Pixar to theaters or whether it gets a streaming only release instead. Currently, it's scheduled for theatrical debut on June 17th. And there you go. Wow. Thank you for that, Release to McCracken. Marby Dog for $5 says Midnight's Edge FNT crew should take over CW and start making some good content. Well, at that point, you're really just, since CW is really just a network, right? We were having this conversation in the morning. Cameron Pasha gave a lot of great insights because he actually worked at the CW. And I can tell you that it would be a great way to get stuff out there into the consciousness of the American people in other places. But we'd still have to get the content made. And right now, getting access to money, unless we can find some, deep pocketed individual who doesn't tie us to ESG or anything else, I would be all for that. I can tell you we'd have to hire a studio head that had no political ties, because I as much as I trust the people that I know within the fellowship, I don't know how many of them actually have any experience running a media enterprise that large. I don't think any of us do. So, but hey, I'd love to take a crack at it. Again, I think I had this conversation. Yeah, I did. I had the same conversation I had about this exact conversation about the CW stuff. In order to be in charge of a network, right, and do a good job at it, you have to be one part, you have to possess a financial acumen, and understand, what you need to return on individual projects, whether it be television or film or whatever. And at the same time, you have to have just amazing instincts, because you have to be able to feel like this is going to touch the public. This is a touchstone. This is something everybody's going to get a hold of. And But I'd love to give it a try. I know all of us would. I think that would be a brilliant thing. But I think it's going to cost a little more than the $50 of rabbit chicken money. I'm just saying. Yeah. Well, I'm glad there's hope, sort of Pupus. That's true. I remember UPN was good for about a minute. That's true. WB had amazing morning cartoons. Also true. Less than 500,000 people watch Batwoman. Interesting thing of note, the CW is one of the only stations available in jail. Wow. Wow, Naked Fame. By the way, Lawrence of Arabia is one of my favorite films. Absolutely. Hollywood never remake it. Historically accurate out of fear of being deemed homophobic and Islamophobic. Absolutely true. I know a lot of you are giving insight here. Nexstar looks to be in the lead as the stock is up. Thank you, Terry. Yep. Good looking out there. So you think the way I do. I'm always looking to see who's actually, most likely going to get tipped in one way or another based on what's happening with stocks. So yeah. Remember, these are the same idiots who continue to claim STD is a hit. This is very true. Sorry about that. You're 100% accurate, though. If you don't give the audience what they want, they'll no longer watch. Exactly. So 330,000 people are watching ridiculous programming on the CW. So no, CW to me is a waste of airtime. Absolutely, Xenomorph. Smallville was good, but that's a long time ago, Rogue Disney. A long time ago. CW had some good shows, and then they went super woke. CW written for the lowest of the low. Well, the lowest common denominator, but that's the appeal of a lot of this stuff, writing for people that they think they can influence. I'm sorry. I mean, All American was not terrible the first season. I don't want to get into it. Moirasphere, what's up, buddy? I haven't seen you in a minute. Hail all. CW is absolute garbage. Can't lie with you there. Yeah, Turning Red was the Red Panda thing. I think it would. Yeah, I'm sure I just read it. So I'm way behind in the chat, guys. Sorry. Oh, how the mighty Pixar has fallen. I don't think they've fallen, but you know what? The worst thing in the world was succumbing to, the bologna sausage surrounding Mr. Lasseter, who is the nicest man on the planet. What is up, Klobby? Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you, my friend. We got to collaborate soon. I'm telling you, if you are available this Sunday, you DM me and get you on the show. All right. Lightyear seems like a Marvel movie, so it's going to theaters. Lightyear seems like it's going to flop hard. See you, Naked Fame. Thanks for hanging, bro. Hire Nick Cage. Absolutely. Nicolas Cage. He could play every character on your CW shows. There you go. There's Legion M for movies. That's true. That's an independent, kind of, sort of, crowdfunded independent weirdness. I joined Legion CC. When's the first round of funding? Well, kind of that's the hope for Florida relocation, is to actually do something bigger. As the channel grows, then the retention of funds grows, and there's opportunity there. So I'm basing it on what I project there's the likelihood of this channel surviving and growing. Absolutely. Hey, what's up, Thunderduck? Great to see you, my friend. Now, send you a picture of new hockey equipment on Getter. I love that hockey mask. You guys should see. He sent me this amazing hockey mask that's made of like cards and stuff. It's so cool. I was thinking he was trying to tell me something, like I needed to be like the next like serial killer wearing that hockey mask. I don't think that's what it was, but it was a brilliant hockey mask. And thank you, Thunderduck. Thunderduck is a good follow on Getter, guys. Getter is a great platform. I am really digging it over there. It smells fresh and clean, kind of like mine's. Mine still smells fresh and clean, so it's pretty good. Rabbit chicken for the win. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, guten Tag, indeed, my friend. Let's see. Did I skip a bunch of stuff? I think I did. What do we got? So the Lasseter stories weren't true. Well, see, for family, it was known to give hugs. He had a very interesting background. I'm going to say he had a very interesting start in life. There were certain events in his life, and so he just appreciated people. It wasn't difficult to get a hug from him. Let's just put it that way. So, let's see. Legion M for Nicolas Cage. Well, that would work. Absolutely. Sell the CW to Elon Musk and rebrand it UHF. Absolutely. There you go. That would be awesome. We can make shows everybody would love, right? I'm still waiting for Nick Cage's Superman. Yeah, I wish I could do his voice. Um, he would be, that would have been an interesting thing, right? I mean, there's stuff out there about it, so you should check that out for sure. Oh, man, you guys are the best. All right, we got, you know what? I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to go find this picture because I know you guys want to talk about the Book of Fett. And I really am interested because some of you liked it and some of you did not like it. I obviously did a video on it. I did not think, a lot about it. This is obviously the thumbnail from the video that I did. Really, this was a quick and dirty video. It ended up being a lot longer than I thought. My thoughts so far are this. You're back to stealing better stuff from better people, and that's fine. I mean, honestly, Favreau has done that before and been able to adapt it well to whatever he's been working within. But there was a lot of Lawrence of Arabia in this. Of course, as I said in my thoughts about the Sons of Anarchy, or the whatever you want to call the biker gang that he beats up, and the homage to the deleted scenes from the original Star Wars film, all of that there, fine. But I mean, you're taking us outside of what this character has been, right? A character that essentially, in his own way, basically kind of, gave the middle finger to Vader in a strange way, right? And and was unruly in his own right in a limited amount of screen time. I don't agree with the characterization of Boba Fett right now. I just don't. CC, if you own the CW, well, back to this. What type of content we put on it other than reruns and old movies? Is anyone willing to watch scripted content anymore other than something on streaming? If you make a good story, they will come. But you're right. I would definitely put old movies on there. But my catalog would be very choice, right? You would have to start out that way. You don't have a choice. To get the wheels in motion, it would take a while. And you would have to, if you retain the licenses for the DC stuff, for the Arrowverse stuff, and the Archie Comics crap. If you retain those licenses for a few more years until the contracts ran out, you would have to turn those ships around immediately. And they would have to actually make good stuff. I mean, that would require you reaching out to Berlanti and say, you got to retool this stuff for us to even be interested in these licenses anymore. And of course, Cameron made a good point. It's not necessarily him. It's not Berlanti. It's the people running his shows, the people he's hired to run his shows, the writers that are part of the show, everything else. So, but you can make great scripted stuff. I think of stuff all day long. So does Tom. I mean, just listen to us banter about dumb crap all the time, right? I mean, it's not the ideas and then writing the story around it, fleshing it out, handing it to a quality script writer that is going to be a showrunner in the room, that's going to work with a team of writers that are qualified. You can make good scripted things. You can make great multi-camera comedies very easily. All this stuff is not that, it's not that difficult. Go back to a time before. You could change it. You could remake, and not outright, I'm not saying that, but you could take your cues from something like Happy Days and build stories around that would, compete with something like the Archie Comics folks and stuff like that. Only, turn the sensibilities to what the vast majority of people appreciate. You will have an audience. If you make good things, you will have an audience. The independent comic scene is that right now. So that's what I would do. Those are my thoughts. You don't have to agree. Sorry. If you're making flashbacks a big part of the story, look at Kung Fu. Well, you can, but you got to do it well. And that's the other problem with this show, is it is sometimes multiple nested flashbacks. You have flashbacks nested in flashbacks nested in flashback. And you're using the vehicle, you can call it a plot device, call it whatever you want, of the back to tank for all of these visions, memories, flashbacks to come from. And it convolutes your story. You could have told this in two parts if you wanted to. You start at the beginning where you show you show the last time you saw Boba Fett, right? Prior to obviously Mandalorian, where he's now in the Sarlacc, and you show that, and then you progress from there and you tell the story from that perspective, and it will re-engage fans of the original property from beginning to end instead of giving you this convoluted storytelling that doesn't seem to work. I mean, you can do flashbacks well, it just doesn't work. It was mediocre, which is better than 90% of modern Disney. I agree with your critiques. Thank you, Xenomorph. I agree. Look, it's not all bad. It's not all bad. You have people who are passionate about Star Wars. I mean, those of us who were little ones when we saw the first film. Really, when I saw Star Wars, do you know what it was called? Star Wars. That was what the film was called. 1977. It wasn't A New Hope. That showed up later when we were making sequels. No disintegrations. Not one. Lean into Boba Fett from his animated debut. Yeah. And his attitude with Vader, 100%. He was not a good guy. It's rather underwhelming. With Rodriguez, I was hoping for Dusk Till Dawn, but got Spy Kids. Wow, that's the best characterization I think I've heard. Usaj Melody. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. CW equals animes and old movies. Oh my God. Yeah. If we had anime there while we were working on the scripted side of things and old movies, that network would have eyeballs. And you could offer those up just on for advertisement very, very easily. And you can make deals with some of these anime studios so that they came straight there, right? You could do this. You could do this. I don't remember which one of the producers from Arrowverse was Me Too'd. I could look it up, but I don't remember. Wow, Thunderduck says, I enjoyed Hawkeye, realizing its flaws and problems. I love the first two Kingpin scenes. The Hawkeye theme from episode 1 is great and memorable. And 2 epic version on YT. Yeah, but I preferred the previous version of Kingpin. I mean, one of the reasons was because the Hell's Kitchen shows that were made by Netflix were more Marvel than anything coming out of anything Marvel nowadays. Anything. It was so well done. So well done. Yeah, don't jump the shark. Oh, absolutely, Larry. And again, those are they're very that as part of the formulation for the formula for Kung Fu. It did work back then, but again, it wasn't used aggressively, right? And that's not, the story was being told in the now. It wasn't being told in the past and then a little bit in modern and then mostly the past. I mean, just tell the story in 2 parts. Way easier. I would have had him capped by a sniper in episode 1, helmet off, brainstem gone. The whole episode 1 fight with the shield bearing assassins wasn't even ludicrous. Well, I think it was more than a little bit ludicrous. I was irritated, dude. Jet pack. Yeah, relying on flashbacks, cheap and lazy and uninspired. I agree. What's up, gaming or what? What's up, my friend? Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for that picture share the other day. I loved it. Appreciate it. For $2, just shoots me a comment. Good to see you, brother. Appreciate it. CC, in the time of streaming and watching on demand, can the public return to appointment or must-see TV? Yes. Yeah. All you have to do is create buzz about something, right? And when you have your first buzzworthy thing, you make it appointment TV. You know why things become appointment TV? People don't want them to get spoiled. It's the same reason sports are huge events. That's appointment television. People are going to organize their day around seeing a particular sporting event live, because otherwise, what was the point? And so Game of Thrones, you had, millions of people watching, the last few seasons simultaneously because they did not want to get spoiled. It's for the very same reason that you've created appointments for people to watch Book of Boba Fett. So my argument's always, sure, you can watch it later, but you're going to be subjected to spoilers and all kinds of other stuff. And there's almost no way to stop it because we are in the time of streaming and watching on demand. So I think we need to look at it differently and not buy into some of the arguments about that. I think it's easy to create it, make one thing good, make it come out one time, and then, maybe play the replay at another point during the week. Appointment television. Yeah, they've really simplified the criminal dynamics way too much. I definitely agree with that. Then they had a chance to go to the Godfather route and they didn't. Yeah, I know. That's because it's on Disney. Disney's biggest mistake with Disney Minus is that it's not divided between adult viewing and young person viewing. That's the problem. So they can't make adult content. They were relying on Hulu to be their adult streaming service. That's not going to, long run, that's not going to work out, but this is not the show to go into that. I'm going to try to get this Boba Fett stuff taken care of. I don't know what about this New Hope stuff. Star Wars is Star Wars. Absolutely. Alurian Imakar. Hey, what's up, Court? Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Haven't seen you in a minute. Hope everything's going well. You can check out Courtney over at her Fellowship of Oddballs on her channel here on YouTube. No episode 4, no A New Hope, no bloody A, B, C, or D. Yep, it's Star Wars. Old movies are infinitely popular. It seems like. Think about the fact of how many different films made it back into the theatrical cycle because we had so much garbage, right? I mean, this is reminiscent of other, films, right? That we've all, again, these are the touchstone moments. This is why stealing from other things is becoming very popular, is because you can steal from your betters. And it's been happening for a long time. And I don't fault them for it. I mean, let's be honest, and the closest thing to being a criminal mastermind that we got out of Book of Boba Fett was this scene right here, which I talked about in the video I did. It's right here where he's negotiating. By the way, who gave him permission to negotiate on the part of the Sand people? Right. We don't understand where that came from. I mean, obviously it's because he speaks common, right? But is that it? I mean, did they empower him to make this deal the way he did? At least it's going to keep them from shooting at him, right? Very strange. Gaming or what becomes a YouTube member? Thank you for that, my friend. I do appreciate it for joining at the gold member level. Appreciate that. I'm going to be doing a member live stream here. I think tomorrow, maybe Sunday. I'll put it together and throw it on the community tab. If you guys can show, that'd be great. The flashback show POV from people other than Boba 2, which makes no sense. Thank you, E. Clay Thomason. That's not how that's supposed to work. To me, it's just Star Wars, never A New Hope. Well, there you go. What are you going to watch? Star Wars. What are you going to watch? Empire. What are you going to watch? Return. There you go. Jetpack. They fly now. Liger fan. Absolutely. Yeah, yeah. I mean, again, the jetpack, he's got his jetpack. It's been repaired. He's a master fighter from being able to fly with that thing. We've watched him smoke people with a blaster, utilizing the jetpack. Give me some help here, please. What's going on? Commenting is dangerous. After catching your show with Mads, I'm making a point of it to check out your live shows. Gary always speaks highly of them too. Hey, I speak very highly of Gary. He's a good friend and he does amazing things. And again, I support him. I support everybody in the fellowship. I mean, you will see me in the chat in just a little while. And you'll see me in the chat at other places too. Sometimes you'll see me on screen. Probably not tonight. Tonight might be a night off for me. It's been a week. It's been a week. I have been doing a lot more streams than normal. I think this week it's somewhere near 25, 26. A lot of streams. But I do appreciate it. Commenting is dangerous. Thanks for being here. Wait a minute. Okay, we are significantly removed from Han damaging the jetpack. So you don't think he had time to get it fixed? His armor seems to be in pretty good shape. Even though it's weird Durasteel. Thanks for stopping by, my friend. I really do appreciate it. I'm afraid for Disney Daredevil. Me too. Because all he's going to be used for is introducing She-Hulk, guys. Flashback. Culture and Nick Weiser 32 party. Absolutely. The way Kingpin enters the scene and the sound of his shoes. Oh, absolutely. The way he talks down to Eleanor. Yeah. No, dude, they have one of the best. You're 100% right, Thunderduck. One of the best actors doing that part. He's brilliant, right? Right? Love it. I love it. You can't get past him. He's so good. Let's see. Who else is hanging out? My family has Hulu. I've never seen that listed. I don't know what you guys are talking about, but okay. Wait, I'm surprised on how many classic films are free on YouTube. Absolutely. We watched the 1960 Dog of Flanders yesterday. A surprisingly good movie for us time. There's a lot of gems out there. A lot of things people don't know about. You can absolutely watch. The Galactic Star Cruiser is a failure. That's an understatement, my friend. Wow, no kidding. I mean, look, Disney Star Wars doesn't feel good. You could fix it. Disney could fix it, but then it has to admit they screwed up. And as I was saying the other day, and I'm not sure Drunk agreed with me. Maybe he did. I don't know. But they won't do anything with this until it's been bad for a year to 18 months, because when they retool it, they want it to fix it so that they never have to hear about it again. So it is definitely a failure. And right now, more dates than ever are available, guys. So if you're interested in going to see the train wreck that is Disney Star Wars in an experience that you can, LARP in, here you are. The best line from that 70s show is still, Jackie, can we make out anytime? Star Wars will only be around for a couple of weeks. Jackie, we can make out anytime. Star Wars will only be around for a couple of weeks. There you go. Yeah, the Burning Man thing was weird. Yeah. That was no Haka. I am invigorated by Haka, and then jam some Shepherd's Reign. That Burning Man thing was weird. We saw the jetpack used more in Attack of the Clones. Well, that's true. But that was also by Django, correct? Pretty sure. Somebody help me out. I'm having difficulty because it's been a long time. Hey, what's up, Jaffo? Good to see you, buddy. Can't call Star Wars number 3 Jedi anymore. Too reminiscent of a certain other film series. Nah, yeah, I always say Return. Right. What do you got to watch? Ewoks must die. Well, that'd be awesome. Yeah, I could see the flashbacks about Boba and Jango for sure. I mean, they nested one inside of another flashback. Again, they hate it. This lazy storytelling. Damn, 25 streams in a week. That is hardcore. Look, I mean, I have 9 on my own channel every week. So that's just the beginning of it. I'm oftentimes, hanging out midnights edge in the morning, a couple times a week, maybe 3 if I'm lucky. We'll do Midnight's Edge after dark with Tom a couple times. And everywhere else I'm at. So there you go. Thank you, Snortopoopus. Even the long-haired streaming god needs a night off now and again. I try to make sure I connect with the boss. Let's put it that way. Boba's jetpack worked in the season 2 of Mandalorian, where he's got his armor back. Good point. Commenting is dangerous as Disney comic movies and shows will never have blood or good violence or good stories. I am completely checked out on anything Disney. You know, the closest to that we got was the not quite in frame chopping in half at the very first opening scene for Mandalorian season 1, where he pulled that dude with his cable lariat, right? Lasso. Not lariat, lasso. They show Matt in the Echo promo. What? Yeah, check out YouTube Movies free section. I watched Spaceballs, 13th Warrior. God, that's such a good film. The Hunt for Red October, another great film. Of course, Spaceballs is classic. Freaking love it. It's great. Do you see the rumors that She-Hulk will be doing Deadpool-esque fourth wall talking to the audience? What if I told you that based on what I'd heard originally, that's not a rumor? I'm just waiting to see if it makes it to the screen because there was some I got to be careful. Will Disney ever sell Star Wars? Nope. Thank you, Baskar. Gaskar is awesome. Check out Gaskar's channel, The Basco Scenario. Good dude. You are. He is. Fizchozo is a comic book creator. He does have an Indiegogo called Goofanoid Origins. Yep, you can definitely sign up for that. The lovely Sherry. Boba Fett must use sand paste to get that sparkly white teeth. Yeah, man. He's rocking a beautiful smile. There is no doubt about it. The Republic cruiser crashing at the end of Clone Wars had a better chance of surviving than Galactic Love Boat, dude. Wee! With the Kathleen Kennedy self-insert. There's so much bad about the way they've presented that thing. And Disney doesn't ever take anything down, and they pulled that promo thing off of there fast. Wee! This is actually true. Fizchozo's right. He did that to some extent. Cowboy Boba? No, not even close. That'd be the burn era stuff with She-Hulk talking to the audience. It's true. Did you see what happened, EBN, on the honest review of episode 2? It's pretty dang wrong how they got treated because of their review. Honestly, seems like they can't have an honest opinions on this. Well, I tell you what, I have to tell you, I love and support what they do over there. They come from a good place. These are people who love Star Wars. They're as influenced by it as I was as a young person. And, you know, disillusionment, disenfranchised fans. I mean, you can use a lot of vocabulary around what, you know, it eventually happens to all of us, it seems, when it comes to this stuff, when they do this to our favorite properties. You know, I agree with them. I'm not saying it's all bad. It's not completely terrible. But it's not good. It's being overpraised by people shilling it for no reason. And they're unwilling to acknowledge the massive gaffes and plot holes that have been, you know, a part of this Disney Star Wars experience from the very beginning. Put the wrong person in charge and allowed their influence to destroy things. Yeah, Yul Brynner is awesome, by the way. Say it with Kingpin's voice. In the spirit of the holidays. Oh, I can't do it. I can't do it. Wow, I can't do it. I can't say his name. Dion Frio. I can't do that. He's so good about it. In the spirit of the holidays, I'm going to give a minute to think about what you're starting right now. I'm not sure if that was even anywhere close. He's too good. Man, great voice, great actor. This Sunday, the 35th anniversary of Star Tours. Yes, I know. And I can't go. I was supposed to be... I'm not going to go into it. You and I can probably talk privately about it in the future of, you know, some of the stuff that I just haven't been able to take advantage of, but that's one of those things. So kind of a bummer. But yeah, and Star Tours is an interesting ride, the evolution over time. Inferior introduction film now. Should have gone back to the original, in my opinion. Hey, what's going on, TZ Canadian? Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, the people who attack people for not liking this crap, they're just weird, man. Why if you like something, somebody doesn't like it? Okay, people don't like me. I get lots of fun commentary and emails. It's okay. That's fine. You have to have a thick skin. You enter the public sphere, right? But at the same time, I'm not attacking you. I'm talking negatively about something that you have a different opinion on. I'm not a big fan of Loki, and yet one of my biggest fans and greatest supporters is Tina Bojan, who loved the show. And she just thinks I'm wrong. And that's okay. That's the way it is. It's 100% all right. It really is. I was watching Star Wars Theory right after I watched it, and 90% of his audience loved Boba. That's weird, Andrew. I don't know. I haven't had a chance to check on his channel in the last couple of weeks. Is he landing on the positive side of it? I don't know. I have to watch. I'll try and catch up. Yeah, Yul Brenner was the man in black in Westworld. 100%, the original film. He was great in it. He was great. He's an incredible actor. Yep, he was the King and I as well. Very good, Terry Rose. Absolutely. You guys are rocking it today. Let's see. Who with a fork doesn't like it's okay. Who with a fork doesn't like Culture Casino? Yeah, I don't know. They're just people, and it's fine. Don't care. I've been disliked by people for my whole life. And you know what? Okay. It is what it is. I'm not your cup of tea. It's all right. Did I do it? All right. Thank you, Thunderduck. It's really hard for me to do it. I like cursing casino better. Well, you have to find me on somebody else's channel. That's when I usually let the tongue fly. That's good. It is what it is. I don't like green beans, but I don't hate people who like green beans. Absolutely. That would be dumb. Good to see you. I keep saying yes. Tina Bojan. Love you too, kid. Thanks for hanging out, Fizz Chozo. I try to be positive about everything. I don't know if you guys know that. It's like my default position is position of love. So I genuinely am likely to like you the first time we meet, unless you give me a reason otherwise. I'm one of those guys. We can disagree, part as friends, and that's what next time it's going to be fine. It's no big deal. Completely agree. Most rides pre-show movies went downhill 100%. Bring back Gary Sinise for Mission Space. 1,000%. I don't know, man. Theme parks are a mess. Cheapskates just running everything into the ground. The 50th anniversary is a flopping failure at Disney World, guys. Just bad. You know what? Of course, I imagine we're going to talk about it because Lorena's going to have some really good stuff for us to take a look at on Sunday. Welcome to Florida stream. I'm over on Lorena Creel's channel, by the way, on Sundays. I have the Sunday Culture Review in the morning for some, in the midday for some, in the afternoon for some, for the people in across the pond. It's in the early evening. But that Sunday Culture Review is one of my favorite shows. I get to bring in a panel of people on my channel, talk about the weekend review. Maybe talk about what's to come in the future. And then, of course, from there, I go to maybe a couple other places. But by the end of the day, I end up over on Welcome to Florida, or WTF Florida, over on Lorena Creel's channel, which is just brilliant. We get to talk about fun stuff like Rogue Disney is in the chats there as well. Rogue Disney is going to be doing cooking, I think, going forward at some point. We're going to get that because Rogue Disney got his kitchen remodeled. Very jealous. But we have a lot of people that still have some positive feelings for Disney. Most of us are theme park community people, but we talk about these things pretty aggressively. So there it is. Yeah. Yeah. I don't like pineapple pizza, but I don't participate in the pizza wars. Well, there you go. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Scott Jennings? Good to see you. One of our members of Dick's Division from the Comics Division channel. I know we are running out of time. Mods, how close are we to FNT? Someone throw up a warning for me because I think we're probably sitting right on top of their start time, which means we've got about 5 to 10 more minutes. Yes, bingo over on the Welcome to Florida stream was very, very fun. We're going to try to do that like once a month or once every couple of months and do that. I know something about another person's channel that's coming up that is going to be very exciting for people. I can't wait to promote that when it's official. Yeah, you and your roommate disagree on media all the time. Absolutely, Biggles. You don't have to always agree. Olaf Von S says, "Hey, culture, hey to you. Midnight's Edge raid. Well, I appreciate that. Those are my people, man. They're my family. I have YouTube family. I'm a part of the fellowship, but I have some YouTube family here. They're part of my family." Morgan King is here. Hey, yeah. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for rolling in here, all 36 of you. If you missed something, rewind, watch the stream again. Replay is always your friend. If you're catching this on the replay, thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah, Cedar Point's brilliant. It really is. It is brilliant. If you get a chance to go. Amazing. Just the coasters are crazy. Don't miss the Sunday Culture Review. Well, thank you for that, TZ Canadian. It is a blast. Yep, this is right. Yep, time for FNT. Absolutely. I think we're about ready to get that way. Thunderduck, I can't read this right now, but I will start trying to work on this. I will. Kingpin's brilliant. That character is incredible. He's so good. I love that character. What's up, that 70s rock fan? Good to see you, my friend. Gonna have to get you back on a Sunday show. Nostalgia is a hard thing to fully corrupt, especially when related to family park fans. Will take longer to fully turn on Disney. It's true, but it's happening. Yeah, I'm watching theme park chills for Disney, pixie dusters, we call them. I'm watching them turn on Disney right now. It's insane. It's scheduled for now, but they're not live yet. Okay, I'm gonna let you go. I really want you all to bounce over there and support, FNT, FNF, all the great shows tonight. Check out Foul Ball. Go over to Matt Fowler's channel tonight. Give him a little love. Check out what Ords is doing in the sphere of gaming. Check out everybody. There's so many great shows after the the two big ones. So do check those out, guys. They're a lot of fun, great people. Cedar Point's amazing. Hey, what's up, RTS? Says, Hail Culture, so glad to watch the stream about to stage a walkout at my work, depending upon how these blah blah mandates go. Holy cow. Well, let me tell you, RTS, just take care of yourself, be good. Hopefully you're in a position to stand on those principles. Principles are hard to uphold when there's money involved. And those of you that do and can, I truly love and appreciate. And respect you greatly. Toxic Man Flew for $5 says, I just dropped in from work to say it's not real. It's a weave. What a great way to end the show, TMF. Love you, brother. Thanks for the $5 support. You're a great man. I love you. All right. Take care of y'all. Absolutely. The no seatbelt and no smoking sign has been lit. We are coming in for a landing. Do watch Ghostbusters Afterlife. I hope you enjoy it, Lord Thoth. Let me know your thoughts, please, my friend. Thank you. Commenting is dangerous. Do take care, everybody. Monkey Jeebus. It wasn't a separate universe. Thank you for that. So we are ready to go. Be sure to take care of yourself. Take care of others. Wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. And until next time, bye.
Press your button as we see that this time we're landing in about 1 minute.